Good evening to the board. I'd like to talk about Policy 320 and its effects on the employees of this district. I believe it's vital that employees of this district are able to freely express their opinions on social media or anywhere they choose when they're not within their official duties. Please let me give you an example. This is only an example, but here it goes. Let's say an employee working for the district has a school board member that's harassing them. And this employee goes to the district and speaks to the administration about the allegations, and nothing gets done. And then this goes on for almost a year, and then this employee is unable to reach out on social media and say anything about it. Then after almost a year of this, the employee decides to withdraw her children from LEFA, then resign from the district over the harassment. Then the family puts their house up for sale and moves away from the district. Now I ask you, what remedy do we give our district employees when something like this happens? Seems to be a no-win for the district employees. This policy says it's for free speech, but what it does is rob free speech from the very people we are supposed to protect. How is this helpful in any way? It's not. I would also like to address the shameful behavior exhibited by our interim superintendent at the last meeting. He began to take the high road and not divulge the solicitor expenses for the current lawsuit the school district is under, but then was bullied by Janelle Resser to do so, to which he relented and did. By doing this, you are intimidating a plaintiff in an active case against the district, and you let Janelle Resser, a defendant in the lawsuit, bully you to do so. Very, very poor judgment. It just shows what level this district will sink to go after residents they do not agree with. The fact that this district solicitor, David Walker, allowed this to even happen while he was sitting right there shows his lack of integrity and professionalism. And then in a recent meeting, you had the board president, Nick Lavelle, call the ongoing litigation frivolous. And then he doubles down when asked to strike it from the record. Shows me that this person isn't mature enough and worldly enough to have ever been voted in as president of this board. This bullying needs to stop. We ask better of our students, yet you all sink to new lows and don't set a good example for our students. Attacking a parent in this district should never be on your agenda. We can all agree to disagree, but the low blows are not acceptable. Again, I also see the recording device that is still outside the recording area. Now, if you believe in the recording guidelines that I myself believe are not legal, then you will move your microphone back to the corner where all recording and sound enhancing devices are forced to be. You seem to follow a policy of rules for thee and not for me. Another example of the districts that's way out of control. I remember the thousands of taxpayer dollars you spent on making these ridiculous recording guidelines, and yet here you are blatantly breaking them. Seems to me you all should be spending your time on things that truly matter within the district instead of trying to control everything. I understand transparency isn't your best practice, but it's time you start being transparent. This district is in the beginning of a superintendent search once again, and I feel all this micromanaging is going to stifle our abilities to get a really good candidate. Ask yourself, is this giant bag really worth the $22,000 in solicitor costs that the interim superintendent acknowledged you have spent thus far? Or would it be better to be more like the other districts I have watched online who do not try to hide behind things and control the very public they are supposed to serve? It is a public meeting and you all are public officials. So expect to be on video, on audio, and if that bothers you, then simply resign. I rest my case. Thank you.